My name is Margaret Jarmin-Suarez, and for today, I think I'm the last speaker, so I will be very succinct and concise. And then my paper, this is an initial paper, and it's titled Possibilities of Use of Immersive Technologies in DevCom 263 course. So currently, my co-author is Dr. Joane Serrano. And I'm the tutor for this course, and I have been a tutor since, I think, 2 years ago. And just a disclaimer, I am in no way an expert in immersive technologies. My background is development communications. So I was introduced to immersive technologies last year by Bobby, who is the champion of immersive technologies in UPOU. And also, I was introduced by immersive technologies by our consultant, Professor Eric. So last year, the Commission on Higher Education of the Philippines announced that Philippine universities and colleges will not return exclusively to traditional face-to-face classes. And the universities will mix and match flexible learning methods, which is appropriate to their situation. And they will continue investing and moving ahead using online platforms. So UP has adopted a similar direction in anticipation with other disruptions that may necessitate future-proofing the university. So a very real concern is the choice of pedagogy and for online laboratories or hands-on courses, particularly at the general education level. So the best technological option to address the concern is pedagogy via virtual reality or immersive technologies. So it feels like I'm talking about virtual reality when I'm in front of all the practitioners for immersive technology. So I will just run through these entries. Virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality and extended reality have been identified as key building digital competitiveness in education. So employing this class of technologies on education is known as immersive learning. So the process of learning with the use of simulated or artificial environments. So these environments enable learners to completely get immersed in learning by stimulated experience within the actual but the virtual learning environment. So as mentioned by Dr. Joane Serrano a while ago, so one of the missions of the UP Open University is to provide Filipinos everywhere wider access to quality education through innovative methods. And I consider the use of immersive technology as one of those innovative methods. So I think we are doing our mission as a university. So we are also mandated by a law in the Philippines. It's called the Open and Distance Law to contribute towards the upgrading of the quality of educational system in our country. So this is by developing innovative instructional technologies and strategies and sharing this with other colleges and universities, specifically in our country. So as a pioneer, having pioneered ODEL, or Open and Distance e-learning in the Philippines, and also in Southeast Asia, if I may say, the University of the Philippines Open University is in the best position to explore the pedagogical applications of immersive technology in our country, especially in the UP system and other constituent universities. So this was also mentioned a while ago. UPOU is currently proposing the establishment of the Center for Immersive Learning and Open Pedagogies. This will be a project, this will be under the purview of Dr. Roberto Figueroa, also with the help of our consultant, Professor Eric Hawkinson. So we are very thankful for your help, sir. So I will not tell you, or I will not mention the objectives of the center, because this was mentioned a while ago. It's just worth mentioning also that the UPOU CIOP initiative in moving towards teaching and learning using immersive technologies of the university. We, the researchers, Dr. Joane and I, started to reflect on the use of said technologies specifically in our course, DevCon 263, which is the communication of scientific communication and information technologies. So, a course, what is DevCom 263? It is a course under the Master of Development Communication, which is I am a graduate of, but I'm a graduate of the UPLB CU, but this we also offer here in UPOU. This course provides an opportunity for learners to learn how to retrieve, process, and interpret and successfully communicate scientific and technological information for the utilization of scientists, educators, and other knowledge linkers, and also the general public. So among its specific objective is to equip learners with a critical and well-founded understanding of how to successfully communicate scientific and technical information, and enable the learners to appreciate the roles and functions of science communicators in the generation and organization of scientific knowledge, and making scientific and technical information better understood by the stakeholders, and through information of stakeholders of information through the use of ICTs. So generally, the objectives of the study is to, this is an exploratory study, which is to determine the possibilities of how immersive technologies will help supplement the teaching and learning of DevCom 263, and to specifically seek and identify topics in DevCom 263 for immersive technology, and to understand the use of immersive technology in science communication. So the scope of the study, the exploratory study, is all the data and information used is from the first semester, or just recently the first semester of this school year. So the data analysis that will be employed, or that was employed, is autoethnography, because it's a lived experience of both the FAC, which is Dr. Joane Serrano, and I, the tutor of the course, and the analysis of naturally occurring data. So whatever information that we got from the course, the course in my portal, we use that also. So the study had 3 components. The first one is the use of immersive technology in producing virtual OERs. So the design, development, and production of virtual OERs were discussed in actually the course has 10 modules, but the design of virtual OERs were broadly discussed from modules 3 to 10. So I will not enumerate them. It's modules 3 to 10, as you can see here. And then, so under these components, the students were made, one of the requirements of the students was to make a final report, or it's the final requirement of the course. The students were required to co-create knowledge products in the form of student-created OERs. So OERs are open education resources. So these may be, they can produce podcasts, videos, or exhibits, which are virtual exhibits. So These student-created OERs were required to be topics related to the course, but that at the same time, these topics can be applied in the real-life situations. Most of our students in DevCom 263 are practitioners of DevCom, so they are employed or they work in development assistance programs like big agencies like UNESCO, other development assistant programs like that. So at the same time, the topics that can be applied in the real life situations, I've mentioned that. These should also be useful to others, such as their classes, their training, in science communication practices, and also advocacy work. So last year, the topics that we identified for producing OERs were 7, and these are concentrated more on communicating climate crisis. So we asked them to produce OERs under these topics. So what journal article as a venue for disseminating scientific information on climate crisis, and how would scientific conferences as a venue for disseminating scientific information on climate crisis. So these are just mentioning 2 of the 7 topics that were produced. So the second component is the use of immersive technologies in collaborative learning activities. So in developing this final requirement, the students were asked or were expected to collaborate and do group activities. So an example of which is the collaborative project planning for virtual reports. These group meetings were initially scheduled to plan, develop, and document their projects. And we, the FIC and I, encouraged collaboration and explore the use of various tools and strategies and channels of communication that the students were willing to utilize and were comfortable with. So this is one of the samples. I think they also used their course, our My Portal course room for this. So the last component is for our DevCom 263 students to be exposed on immersive technologies. So by doing this, we can schedule webinars on how to use immersive technologies, which can open their minds on its benefits. So just to mention a few of the benefits of immersive technologies are to improve engagement, enhanced learning experience, greater accessibility, and improved collaboration. So webinars on immersive technologies can be a valuable opportunity for students to learn about the latest technologies and trends in their fields. And the researchers, or us, Dr. Joane and I, may tap the expertise of the different units or offices from UPOU in transitioning our online or traditional online courses to immersive learning courses. So we can tap MC, or the Multimedia Center, Office of Public Affairs, and our future, fingers crossed, Center for Immersive and Open Pedagogies. So to conclude, the use of immersive technologies in online learning has certainly the potential to create a more engaging, interactive, and effective learning experience for students. But however, it is important to consider specific needs and goals of the learners. And of course, we have to consider the course content and to use immersive technologies in a way that is appropriate and effective for the in the learning context. So these are my references. And with that, thank you very much.